Hey everyone, I'm Snooki from the Jersey Shore, and today I'm going to tell you how to get the Snooki Poof. I'll teach you new words I think should be added to the Guidet Dictionary, and I express my opinions on the new tanning tax. But first, Edgar Allan Poe is here to tell us about his new story, The Cask of Amontillado. And just like this man, I want to be taken seriously as an author. I've written 2 books, Guidet Guidons, and a more serious, The Shore, which is about all of the problems that we Guidets face on a regular basis, like trying to get a dark enough tan, trying to get all the good clubs, and Guidos who can't fist pump. Anyway, here's Edgar Allan Poe. Eddie P, my man, what up?
The sky, death, the fate of our own tragic lives.
Okay, I hear you have a new story out called The Cask of Amontillado.
That's correct.
And what's that about?
Death, betrayal, and revenge.
I heard something about parties. I like parties.
Yeah.
Eddie P, my man, loosen up, boy. I think it's time for some random dancing. Alright, back to the story. What's it about?
Well, the story is about 2 men, Fortunato and Montresor. Both men are wine connoisseurs that pride themselves on their work. Fortunato is at a party at the beginning of the story. He's been drinking and having a good time. Montresor decides to take advantage of his arrogance and leads him into the catacombs, where he can case him behind a wall, and leaves him there for Fortunato to die a slow death.
So tell me more about this party.
Oh, it's your typical Italian party. People are in costumes and drink. Are you eating a pickle?
Pickles is my thing. Let's get back to your thing. You said Fortunato and Montresor are Italian boys? Tell me more about these Guidos.
Well, they're members of rival families. Fortunato is a great wine connoisseur that's very arrogant at times. He thinks no one's better. He's insulted Montresor's family 1,000 times. Montresor's had enough of it and has decided to kill him. He has a deep-seated hatred for Fortunato, so he decides to use his arrogance against him. He thinks there's nothing wrong with killing Fortunato. He thinks it's absolutely right. Fortunato thinks they're friends, but that's certainly not the case.
What exactly are the catacombs?
It's like an underground burial chamber. They're damp and cold and dark. People used to store wine down there. Very creepy, depressing place.
Ooh, sounds scary.
Yeah, very much so.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, my parents were traveling actors. They died when I was very young. My sister Rosalie and my brother William and I were split up into different families after that. I went with John and Francis Allen. When I was a little bit older, I attended the University of Virginia, where I later dropped out after I dropped into some pretty heavy gambling. When I got home, I found out that my fiancé was cheating on me with another man. Can you believe that? Anyway, I was heartbroken, so I decided to start writing. That's where some of my earlier works came from. I enlisted in the United States Army, and I attended West Point Academy, where I was kicked out 8 months later for something I'd rather not say in public.
You gotta tell us.
Well, I thought it might be kind of funny to go streaking through the campus. They didn't think I was that funny. Anyway, I returned home with no money, no friends. Luckily, my Aunt Maria helped me out, and that's where I fell in love. Her daughter, Virginia, was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. We got married shortly after that. People think it's weird that I married my cousin, but I think it's the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, with a few connections, I got a job with the Southern Literary Messenger, which was a magazine. Shortly thereafter, Virginia died of tuberculosis. Well, that's when I decided to start over and move to New York City, and that's where I currently reside.
Wow, what a sad life.
Yeah, kinda.
But on the bright side, you have a new book coming out. I think we need some more random dancing to cheer us all up.
Stop it.
Alright, it's time for a commercial break. After the break, I'll teach you how to get the Snooki poof. Edgar Allan Poe, everybody. Make sure you check out his new book, The Casco Amontillado. I'll see you after the break in about 5.